Hello, heroes and villains. Welcome to Multiverse. Sorry for delay. For the delay, somehow I took forever for to be able to load into the game. Hopefully everything is fine. I guess we'll find out soon enough. So just give me a minute or two so that I can finish my setup over here. And today we will play Arena PvP in this Universe Online. But first, let me finish my setup over here. Decisions. Let's go with this one here. Oh, our friend Stelly is here already. And today we're not going to have a Shadow Lady with us. So our friend Stelly will have to dance on her own. Shadow is not going to be here to dance with her. That should do it. Let's try to save. And as you can see also, I'm back to my usual look. The Superman event, the Legendary Heroes event is sadly behind us. And just to be on the safe side, if you can hear me, say yes. Oh, is my mic muted? It should not be. Oh, Superman says yes, so you heard me. I was a bit worried. I was wondering why the Chosen was saying my mic was muted. No, let me switch to my PvP look. There we go. So let's get started. So we'll start with, so people often ask Multiverse, how can we join? Very simple, go to custom play, go to PvP, and we'll start with 4 versus 4 Ace Chemicals. That was a bit weird. There we go. Still he has a weird material. Not sure which material she's using that does have that weird texture. Oh, she's using the liquid material. So now we know. Superman says, I thought it was white distribution. There's quite a few materials that sometimes when you put them the same color, they kind of look the same. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. But luckily, Stilly was there to tell us which material this was. And sadly, I did not see the Superman movie just yet, so we're not really going to be able to talk about it. And there's also the Fantastic Four movie that is starting this week. I might try to do maybe a double feature and try to see both of them maybe Friday. Still ask pink or white for outfit. Oh, here we have Ure from the evil gods of honors. Why are they evil? They attacked me from behind, I swear. I have a video evidence of that, I'm certain. Oh, Superman says pink. Honestly, white's okay though. Hello, DC Fan versus. Hello, everyone. The Chosen. Is there any Superman styles should recreate on the DCUO? There's quite a few styles you could recreate if you want to. Big Willie says white looks better. DC Fanverse says Gods of Honors are evil. Absolutely. If you watch previous matches, you'll see that they sometimes attack me from behind. Although so did Superman, so I guess everyone is evil. But on a more serious note, the Gods of Honor seems to be pretty much consistent. And when it comes to PvP, whenever we play PvP, we get a whole bunch of people from their league. So I guess they're one of the few leagues where they do have people that do play PvP. So pretty much every week we have at least quite a few people to represent the Gods of Honor whenever we play PvP. Superman, I have my moments, Multi. That's okay. I'll try to forgive you. Oh, now Superman says white for Stelly. Poor Stelly, she's not gonna be able to make up her mind if everyone changes their minds. In case people are wondering, no, it seems we are in phase 10. Oh, but the phase is full, sadly. That was quick. I'm surprised. Milton says, I wish y'all was on Xbox. I need those fees. Sorry about that, Milton. I was hoping that it might get people to also play PvP on other servers at the same time as we do this. Like basically on every servers, if people log in at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and start playing PvP, it is something that could happen on all the servers, even if we are playing on the US PlayStation and US PC. But sadly, I guess that did not happen. Oh, the Chosen says they notice I had my volume off. It happens. It does happen sometimes that I forget the mute button, so that could have been quite possible. Also, sadly, it happens that the audio crashes for DCO, and that also happens sometimes. So I have my huge can of iced tea with me. I love the peach flavor. Katie the gamer, what's up, dude? We're just waiting for people to join for PvP. Oh, Superman says it's a sweet tea for him. Girth asks anyone has an extra glowing chroma. It's not gonna happen, people. People are not going to give you a glowing chroma. Superman says Peach is okay though. Peach is great, I swear. IDC Fanverse says join you guys in a minute. In a raid at the moment. It's alright. As you saw, there's someone try to invite me to an instance. Oh, we have a pretty cool guy gardener. At the Chosen, I'm just wondering what styles will work for my Kryptonian tune. At this point, we do have an embarrassment of riches when it comes to Kryptonian styles. Yeah, we still don't have a slimline chest with a big Superman emblem. Like we have the electric Superman slimlines, but people would like to get the classic slimline with the classic Superman emblem. Another thing that's been requested lately is the absolute Superman slimline. Will they give it to us at some point? We don't know. Right now, they give us the absolute Batman style, and they also gave us the absolute power Aquaman style. So, will they ever give us the absolute Superman style? Only time will tell. Gur says, I'll trade the enigmatic chroma and the sparking chroma for the glowing chroma if anyone is interested. So, if you guys want to trade, you know who to contact. Oh, DC Fanverse says Absolute Superman is coming. It's just a matter of time. I hope you're right. Simon Jackson is PvP live again. Well, we do play PvP every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Standard at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Sunday we play Legends PvP again at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to play PvP on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're there for that. Superman says that Absolute Superman is possibly the reason why the patrol is taking so long. Oh, I didn't occur to me to think of it that way, but maybe. Let's see if we can get a healing barrel. Oh no, our whole team is down. I might as well heal first then. Sorry, Stelly. Ah, they brought the barrel, but they broke it just a little bit too high. Ah, there's someone sniping us from up there.
Enabled.
Ah, there it is. Evil Stelly, did you see that?
East control node enabled. Match over.
I find that a bit strange. I could have sworn we were doing very well. I guess we weren't. So Superman was saying, Absolute Superman is possibly the reason why the patrol is taking so long. I will never know. Could be, but I'm pretty sure it was always part of the plan. Seeing how the summer seasonal ends basically next Tuesday, I was to be expected that the patrol would start next Tuesday. The Chosen says I have access to the 6th dimension Stalwart Defender, Kryptonian Flake Suit, Fallen God, Electric Kryptonian style, but don't know which one to choose. You're gonna have to make that choice. Some Monday, I'm an OG player, but been away for a few years because it's a cash cow. I understand. It has been getting more and more expensive to play the game. That is true. They've been trying to monetize it more and more. And I wish we could say that we're getting more and more content for paying more and more money. So let's try Star Labs 4 versus 4. Aiden Warren says multiverse, the event begins soon. If I was a betting man, I would say it's going to start next Tuesday because they did say that it would start in July. People assumed it would start early July, but early July we had the summer seasonal. So we do have the summer seasonal that ends next week. So I assume that as soon as the summer seasonal will end, the third patrol should start, which will be the Brainiac Returns patrol. And we also had the Legendary Heroes event. So we pretty much had two events, at least for a while. And ironically enough, I saw quite a few people complain that there was too much to do somehow. Now I understand that keeping up with the patrol, keeping up with the seasonal, keeping up with the Legendary Heroes event, and also keeping up with the latest DLC, or even worse, the latest three DLCs. If you still need some of the styles from the Harley Quinn DLC, if you still need some of the styles from the Day of Reckoning DLC, you still have to keep on playing those DLC as well. So I understand that it might seem like there's a lot of stuff to do, which I guess is some way that the devs have been able to increase playtime. They don't need to create as much content, but they managed to get people to play some of the older content. One of the nice thing about using some of the older content is that it did give us a chance to be able to play some missions that we hadn't played in a while. I don't recall the last time I had been to Smallville or even played the Visitor mission. So the event did allow us to be able to play some content we hadn't played in quite a while. But yeah, it is getting a bit more expensive. They are trying to monetize the game more and more, and I guess we'll find out if it's working with the next investors report. The Chosen, what's your current CR level? I'm not sure. I did buy a few pieces. 481 seems to be my current CR. Although I should probably check Troll. Might be a bit higher with Troll. Since my character is truly a Troll character. No, 481 is the same. Okay. So there you go. So my combat rating is 41. I only bought a few of the elite pieces of gear, and I did not upgrade the omnipotence pieces. Just I don't have the gear. I did not upgrade the omnipotence pieces just yet. I'm about halfway through for most of them. Kal-El, will I be able to do all solo and elite content easy with Earth Tank? I'm not sure about the elite content, but yeah, you should be able to solo at least most of the content. I was able to do it with my controller this week. Last week when we had the Legendary Heroes event, some of the four-player missions, I was able to play those solo. So if you're playing as a tank, you should be able to do it easily enough. For the elite version, I don't know. I would have to give it a try. David Sharp says, "Hello everyone, watching the stream while I eat lunch. Enjoy your lunch." Just realize that our friend Stelly is part of the league Dirty Feats, which could refer to actual feats or to actual dirty feats, meaning her feet are dirty. But we can tell she's wearing her bunny slippers. People are so clever sometimes. And here we have our friend Superman in a very classic version of the character. I wish they gave us the basically our friend Superman is trying to emulate the very first Superman emblem, which was basically a triangle with an S in it. The shape is spot on. We just need an S in the shape now. And of course, he's using the emblem of Apollo from the Authority. We often hear that there's no diversity in comics, which is not true at all. Whenever people say that, either they're very ignorant about what happened before, or they're being very dishonest. Either way, our friend Superman is wearing the emblem of Apollo, and Apollo was in a nutshell gay Superman. He appeared in the Authority comics all the way back in the 90s, so we've had gay Superman at the very least since way back when. Superman says, as an Earth tank, I can say yes, you can solo a lot in game, and you will be able to run elite content as a tank. And Superman says also, I agree with you, Multi. It's the same with, at some point, I wanted to make a movie with Black Superman, not realizing that we've had Black Superman for at least as far as the 70s. Way back when in the 70s, we had Sunshine Superman, and then in they even had an unseen chapter of Crisis on Infinite Earth, where the Flash would meet up with a whole bunch of diverse Justice League. So you had the Black Superman, you had the Chinese Flash, and I forget what the others were. And of course, then later on they gave us Valzod, the Black Superman from Earth 2. Then they gave us Calvin Ellis, I forget, Superman from Earth 23, I think. If I'm wrong, I'm sure someone in the comments will correct me. And not to mention, I guess one thing that is almost insulting for our friend Steel. Steel has been Black Superman all the way back from the early 90s, at the very least. They even made a movie with Black Superman Steel. But somehow that doesn't count for some reason. Superman says, "Don't put me near pink kryptonite, and that won't be a problem." Yeah, there's actually such a thing as pink kryptonite. Superman, but for Black Superman, the only reason you I really know are Valzad and Sunshine Superman. Now there's Calvin Ellis, which is basically Barack Obama as Superman from Earth 23. There's of course our friend Steel. People often forget that Steel has been Black Superman for quite a while. Yes, technically he doesn't have Superman powers, but when we had the reign of Superman, when Superman died, and four people stepped up to replace him, Steel was one of them. There's even a storyline in just in JLA where Grant Morrison had Steel step up to the plate because he was wearing the big ass on his chest piece. Kal-El was the five artifacts to go with as my superpower build. Not sure. The new Sinistro Corrupted Power Ring seems to be a good option, so I would go for that. The Strategist card has always been also an option, a popular option with people. Personally, I love the Lazarus Pit because it makes you invincible, or sort of. I kind of like to use Quizlet and the Grimoire Verum, but maybe that is just me. Obviously, if you use Heat Vision, you'll want to use Solar Amplifier. What else? The Eye of Gemini is a popular choice with some people still, even though it did get nerfed at some point. Now that we have 5 artifacts, there are people who did bring back the Eye of Gemini in their artifacts. So in a nutshell, quick like that, these are options I would mention. I kind of liked. I discovered also the Dead King Scepter. At some point, I gave it a try. I have to admit, I kind of liked it, especially now that we have the elite henchmen. The scepter kind of diminishes their cooldown. Angel of Death, you have uh, always people asking for stuff. The chat went back a bit faster than I thought. Scrolls, how did disease come about? Full disclosure, I have no idea. I know it exists. I know it's sort of the equivalent to Marvel Zombies, but I did not really read those comics. And normally I would look up Comic Historian or Comics Explained, but I have to admit I never saw the videos talking about Deceased. DC Fanverse never understood why John Henry Irons is steel when his suit is not made of steel. A name for Iron Man when his suit is not made out of Iron Man, nor is it his name. I don't know why they called him Steel. I'm sure there's a reason for that. I couldn't begin to tell you what that is. How do I change the camera zoom on controller? You have to hold the L1 button, and then you have to use the keypad up and down. Did you see that? 2 against 1? No fair. 11 seconds. Come on. If you're wondering why people hate PvP, now you can see why. I guess we'll take a second. So you have to hold the L1, and then with the D-pad, with with the D-pad, you go up and down, and there you go. Did you see that they came to camp the spawn point?
Control node enabled.
Villains are so evil.
Ham station control node enabled. Terrarium control node enabled. Warning. Ham's transport system
Animated clips. You should totally mail my character the enhanced Halo Lantern emblem. That's one way to beg for stuff, I suppose. Sadly, even if I wanted to buy it from Booster Gold, the stars from Booster Gold are account bound, so I could not mail it to you even if I wanted to. But it was a nice try, I suppose. Freaking steps. It ruined my move. Ah, 11 seconds again. Come on. Garth, when will we get the next Electric Superman gameplay? I would say soon. Now that we don't have the legendary event, it should free up some time for that. And just sometimes I either it would be very very early in the morning or very late at night, and I'm not sure if anyone would be up at that time. But tell you what, next time, even if it's early or late, I'll do it. Maybe after the stream,
Warning.
depending
Ham's
on
transport
how long we
system
play.
Unknown error. Life support control node enabled. Ham station control node enabled.
I brought the barrel for our friend Superman, and he left. I'm so sad now.
Life support control node enabled. Ham station control node enabled.
Nah, I wasn't able to click the other one. Oh well, too bad, so sad. Here they come.
Life support control node enabled. Ham station control node enabled. Match over.
So there you can see the scoreboard. Agur says I'll be up. Sometimes I can be up as early as 5:30 in the morning. And every time I tell myself, okay, I'll wait until 6:37 and then I'll start the stream. And then either I fall back asleep or something else happens, and I end up not doing it. So let's go to the temple 4 versus 4. Simon, I'm just surprised this game is still alive with all the players who left. Adam Citizen chill as well. I want to get on, but I got to pay to get all these artifacts now. but keep the dream alive. You don't have to pay, but yes, if you want all the artifacts right now today, yes, you'll have to spend some kind of cash. But if you just take the time to gather your ant metal and your catalyst, if you farm for source marks to purchase your catalyst, you don't have to spend money. But yes, you will have to play the long game. It will take a while before you can purchase your artifacts or before you can rank up your artifacts. Ideally, you should rank up your artifacts. Like instead of trying to rank up one artifact to rank 200, because ranking an artifact from rank 180 to rank 200 is as almost as much XP as from level 1 to level 180. So ideally, what you should do is that you start by leveling up your artifacts to rank 20. You get them all to rank 20. Then you get them all to rank 40. Then you get them all to rank 60, rank 80, and so on. So that way, fairly quickly, you should have like your 5 artifacts to rank 80, to rank 100, 120. And then afterwards, a step from 120 to 200. Then yes, you will have to play the long game, and you will have to be patient to rank up your artifacts. Apparently, someone did the math. It takes roughly 6 months. If you don't spend any money, it takes roughly 6 months to rank up an artifact from level 1 to level 30. Way back when, we had only 3 artifacts, so we were talking about 18 months to get them to max rank. And now we have 5 artifacts, so we're talking 2 years, 2 years and a half, if you don't spend any money. Although there are some times where we could get some double artifact XP, so that could kind of help. Evil Stelly attacking me like that while I wasn't looking. Did you see that? Simon, the graphics from 2012 and 2025 is madness. It's not exactly true. When we did get the PlayStation 4, we did get a graphics update. So PlayStation 4 was I don't know, 2014, 2015. Dang, the entire team is on me. Where's everyone else? Nah, 10 seconds again. So that was a quick one. Oh no, my loadout is broken. It happens sometimes. Let's see if we have enough people for 5 versus 5. So let's try the moon. If not, we'll come back. Let's go for. So, guys, you guys will decide. Either it's going to be Arkham Asylum 4v4 or the Moon 5 versus 5. So, Simon says graphics from 2012 and 2025. More like 2015, but yeah, it's still older graphics. They are updating the graphics a little bit at a time. You'll notice like the latest map, uh, they do raise up the quality of the textures. The same with some of the latest NPCs. You may notice whenever they add a new version of an NPC in a new DLC, they upgrade that version of the NPC throughout the whole game. So they are trying to upgrade the graphics a little bit at a time. But if people are expecting a big graphics update, that's not gonna happen. Should probably make a video about that. In a nutshell, when you look back, way back when they were talking about giving us a graphics update, the stocks, the EG7 stocks were way higher. It was like 213 or 230 Swedish krona. I forget the actual number. And then, so they were talking about a graphics update. They even were talking about a remastered version of Lord of the Rings Online at the time. So they had big plan when the stocks were like at 213, 230, and then within just a couple of months, the stocks crashed to like 14 Swedish kronas.
Lobotomy lab control node enabled. Central guard post node enabled. Boiler room control node enabled.
So as you can see, we can barely damage Superstar Fire, and she's pretty much wiping the floor with all three of us. Actually, just one of us now. David Sharp, any plans for Evil Friday? I'm not sure exactly what we could do just yet.
The Scarecrow release enabled. Mr. Freeze release enabled.
As you can see, even three of us, we can't even take down Superstar Fire. For Evil Friday, I was thinking maybe we could use one of the Evil Lantern Core. We'll have to give it some thoughts. Obviously, if we had the Brainiac Return event or a patrol, we could have had a Brainiac themed.
When I'm done, your face will look worse than mine.
So when you have one player who's invincible, you try to move on to the other players. But it doesn't matter. We're done like dinner.
The Joker release enabled. The Scarecrow release enabled.
You're not Batman. I wanted to kill Batman.
Well, let's see if we can have the Joker goons on our side.
No fair.
Ah. So close, but so far. J2 goes, as Yuri, I'm pretty useless in PvP right now. Ah, you're doing fine. Don't worry about it.
I got a punchline for you.
The one that really did hurt us is Superstar Fire. She was pretty much invincible. Probably because she was a tank. Tank are pretty powerful in PvP. Although some healer as well. There's some healer that heal so much that you can't really do anything to them. So you can see Superstar Fire. She did more damage than anyone else, and she did quite a lot of healing. I still he did the most healing. But you can see Superstar Fire. She did almost twice as much damage as most players. So not much you can do when that happens. Scroll says best Friday ever. I'm toying with either trying to pick one of the evil Lantern Corps, or maybe something like a Joker themed or Riddler team, maybe something like that. I'll make up my mind a bit later tonight, and I'll post an announcement later tonight. David Sharp says gonna get back to work now. Everyone have a good night. See you all on Friday. See you on Friday. J2 goes, gets one shotted, as you said. I'm doing fine. Yeah, but as I said, you saw the amount of damage Super Starfire did. She did hurt us quite a bit. So if you got hurt by Super Starfire, don't worry, we all were. Oh, Stelly says I'll take my leave now. Thank you for the matches. Anytime, Stelly. Oh, wrong. Come on, evil menu. Let's try the moon. Uh, let's try safe house recovery, and let's try the moon. And let's see which one. which one happens. Although Stilly just left, so maybe we won't have enough. We'll see. But yeah, getting one-shotted, sadly it happens. Like right now, my combat rating is... what is it? Like my PvP combat rating is 100, and I got hurt pretty bad, so... Bishop, what's your advice on starting PvP? You have to play the long game. Early on, it's quite possible that you could lose a lot of matches because the matchmaking, sadly, is not very reliable. And also, you might end up facing people who are in gear 100, gear 101. If you just get started and you don't have any PvP gear, and yeah, you'll probably lose a lot. So hang in there and slowly but surely build up your PvP gear. And there's no miracle solutions. You have to take this one match at a time and do the best you can. J2 goes, just do it. I have zero PvP on this room. Yeah, you can see like Ure, West Zilation. They have 96 combat rating. So yeah, they don't have PvP gear. So sadly, you have to start somewhere, and then you have to slowly but surely build up your PvP gear. There's no miracle there. And you saw like Super Starfire did wipe the floor with us. There was like three of us at some point, and she quickly got through us like we were not even there, and we could barely damage her. So did she manage to create a build that was so OP that there's nothing we could do against her? I'll let you be the judge of that. But also, that's why we don't create teams, we don't create groups for PvP. That way, everyone can fight against everyone. So it could happen that one match you fight against Superstar Fire, but then the next match, if she's on your side, I'll give you a chance to be able to get a win, hopefully. So sometimes you'll be fighting against Superman, sometimes you'll be fighting on the same side as Superman. So it'll give everyone a chance to at least get some wins once in a while. But at the end of the day, winning or losing, not that important. The important is that you can slowly but surely build up your PvP gear. Because at least now you get currency even if you lose a match. Way back when they gave us the new PvP seasons, they had the bright idea to make it so that you had to win your matches to get your PvP currency. Like you saw Tony King as a tank, it was way more than a match for me. Sadly, tanks in PvP have a pretty big advantage. There's three of them there. No point in going there. So as you can see, they're pretty much wiping our butts. But hopefully next match, the teams will be different, and we'll be able to be more of a match.
Match over.
So here you can see the scoreboard. So here you can see I did quite a lot of damage, but not enough it seems. And despite it all, we were not able to get the big W. So, so in a nutshell, that's why we let the matchmaking do create the team. So that way you don't end up facing because if we made the team, let's say I make a team, Superman makes a team, and then Superman wipes the butt, wipes the floor with our team. Odds are they would wipe the floor matches after matches after matches, and there's nothing we could do about it. We'll try to pit 5 versus 5. So that way, at least when we let the matchmaking create the team, there is a chance that we might end up on the winning side once in a while, as opposed to getting our butts handed to us matches after matches. Wally West, I only have the Flash, Crypto, Oracle as allies. What ally should I buy? I want to get stronger too. Well, Crypto is the best single target ally. So right there and then you have a good ally. Oracle does give you some power back, so uh, that's not a bad thing. For the Flash, yeah, I'm not too crazy about the Flash as an ally. I would go with Zoom instead of the Flash, just so that you can travel a bit faster. But right now, a popular ally is John Constantine. Sadly, you cannot get Constantine right now. The Batman Olafs is a popular choice. Batmetal Batman is a popular choice. Electric is a good power, and yeah, I would say it's fairly good for PvP. In a nutshell, I would say that the tanks are the most powerful in PvP as a rule. Uh, healer can heal themselves so much at some point that they get to be pretty powerful too. They get to be very difficult to kill. And the trolls sadly are the last the bottom of the pile. So I would say yeah, don't play if you want to play PvP. Don't play as a troll. Play as a tank, maybe a healer, or a tank powered at DPS, or a healer powered at DPS. Wally West, what about Shazam? He's a good ally. Yeah, he's a good ally for a healer character because he does have some restrictions. Oh, wrong tab. He does have. Well, where's my Shazam? Oh, It does give you a bit of a boost as a healer role if you want to, although it works well enough for any role. For DPS or healer, yeah, it works well enough. But right now, the best ally is probably Crypto. Yeah, again, he's the best single target in the game, and he costs next to nothing to upgrade. Like he's a rank 5 ally, so it'll take you about 5 minutes to get everything you need to be able to rank him up to rank 5. So you can see the evil gods of honor represent. There's DC Fanverse. There's Ryushu. I could have sworn there was. There's a Yurei here. So, and I'm pretty sure we saw a couple of more in the matches. So these are pretty consistent PvP players. J2Go says Azin wants you to join the evil gods of honor. I can't. I'm not. I'm not evil enough. I went on an evil scale not too long ago, and I didn't qualify for the gods of honors. Apparently, you need evilness off the charts, and I don't have that. So you can see their healer is on point right now because I can't do anything to Superman. So let's try another target. So sometimes the solution is that simple. When you're fighting an opponent that seems to be invincible, like in this case here, it seems to be the healer who's doing a bang up job healing people. You try to go to another target that is not so invincible. Oh, we're back to Superman. Let's go to another target. Now we've established that Superman uh, probably Superman is probably a tank build right now, and the healer is probably doing a very good job healing him. So trying to damage him, good luck. So you move on to someone else who doesn't seem to be as invincible. Like even though it's probably the same healer trying to heal. Oh, Superman actually did go down a bit. Did we take down the healer? So right now seems a good opportunity to try to take down Superman. It could be that the healer is out of power. That happens. Settle in PvP. If you rely on your power bar, if you need a lot of power, not a lot of power in PvP. I would say that kind of gives an advantage to precision DPSs. Oh, now you can see there's three of them focusing on me. Did you? They're so mean. So despite having the invincible Superman, we were still able to get away with the big W. I don't know who the healer was. Who was the healer? I guess Ryushu was the no. That's our healer. Oh, Kendall Jenner was the healer, so that explains it. So when we took down Kendall, yeah, they lost a lot of healing right there. And Superman himself. So here you can see Superman himself was healing himself a lot, and Kendall Jenner was healing a whole lot. So that pretty much made Superman invincible until maybe they ran out of power and could not heal anymore. And also that would explain why. Uh, that would explain why we were able to take down the Batman. Like the Batman and Superman had the same healer, or Tony King. Tony King had the same healer, but the Superman was also healing himself. So just the healing of Kendall, that was not enough to keep the Batman or Tony King alive. So once I saw that Superman was invincible and I switched to another target, we were able to take down those other targets. I hope it makes sense. And also you can see we had a lot of DPS on our side. I had a 111, Scrafty 160, Dark Supergirl 105, DC Fanverse 151. So despite them having Kendall doing a lot of healing, we had a lot of damage on our side, which is why we got the big W. As DC Fanverse says, easy win. Absolutely. But yeah, as Scroll says, strategy. Like when you see that the attacking Superman is pretty much useless, you switch to another target. And it paid off. So let's go again, PvP. So we just did the pit. So Watchtower Containment, 5 versus 5. Wally West, also when I'm not in mission, my health and edge is a lot. But when I join a duo or raid, it drops. Yeah, it's because of the clamp. In this Nurse Online, we have the evil clamp. What happens is that when you go back and play some older missions, it lowers the stats of your character. It does that across the game. So yes, even if you have like 200,000 hit points, and you go into an older mission, you go back to 50,000 hit points. It's sad, but that's how it is. Some of us have been complaining about the clamp forever, but at this point, we pretty much have to accept that we're stuck with the clamp. It's not going anywhere. Elias, I want to be a speedster in DCUO, but super speed movement is too slow. I'm a bit surprised because it's the fastest movement. It's one of the favorite movement people use because it is the fastest movement pretty much. The exception to that would be indoors. Indoors acrobat when they can use their grappling hook to move very fast towards a wall. Yeah, and inside acrobat might be a bit faster than super speed. But overall, super speed is pretty much the fastest movement. Oh, Aizen wants me to join the Gods of Honors. Already answered that. I guess DC Fanverse is ready for the summer seasonal. Although the summer seasonal is has only one week left. Oh, he says I cooked them. That's a good one. Girth says, where can I get the Shazam style from? Check Booster Gold. Booster Gold is pretty much the one who has the style right now. If you want to have the classic Shazam chess piece, check Dr. Fate. There's the Black Adam chess piece on the Dr. Fate vendor, but it works. It's perfect also for Shazam. So again, if you guys want to play PvP, the Gods of Honors are pretty much very consistent when it comes to playing PvP. So if I was you, I would make myself friends with at least some of their members, so that if you need people to play PvP with, these guys seems to be on point on that front. And as you saw, they have members. They have a whole bunch of different members. Earlier with our friend who, even though J2 Ghost, even though he was only in, he has no PvP gear. The Gods of Honor still took him in. So I would guess that they don't seem to be elitist to only take people who have the best of the best of the best gear. So if you're looking for people to be able to play PvP with, this would be a good bunch to play with. I kid a lot when I call them evil, but overall they seem to be pretty reliable when it comes to playing PvP. Could be they have a huge league also, might explain why. And as we saw, they seem to be one of those leagues where they started inviting they have heroes and evil villains within the same league. I wasn't sure if a lot of people will be using that option. Especially since we cannot form groups with heroes and villains together just yet. We know that the devs are looking into it. Are they going to be able to do it? Are they not going to be able to do it? At this point, we don't know. All we know is that they did mention when we did get the cross faction leagues, we did ask about the cross faction groups. They did say they were looking into it, and that's the last we heard of it. Hopefully, they'll be able to do that soon. If not, well, too bad. If not, well, too bad, so sad. Oh, Scroll says all is welcome to join the Gods of Honor. So you don't even have to be as evil as they are. You can join if you want to, and if they let you, of course. Superman is your Superman tune is in the league. Absolutely, is in my league. All my characters are in my league except one character. Actually, that's not true. I have a couple of characters that are not in any leagues just yet. Oh, there we go. But yeah, if you guys have been watching those PvP videos for a while, I'm sure you've noticed the Gods of Honors are always answering the call. Sometimes there's just a couple of them. Sometimes there's a whole bunch of them. That was ugly. When you have multiple opponents that target you, you saw the result. Although it could be we were all bunched together, and if they use a lot of AoE, they were able to catch us all in default. I guess that is possible. Oh, as you saw, there's Super Starfire. We're in trouble. I was stunned, and stunned some more. I couldn't do anything. Where there's multiple opponents attacking you, sadly sometimes you pretty much end up in a situation of being perma-stunned. Let's pull back a bit so that we can see what's going on, and so that we can see also if somebody's trying to snipe us from afar, from behind. Normally I would say the evil Iron Man, but I was not here today. I suppose he might be on vacation. Lots of people on vacation right now. So you can see there's at least two of them that are targeting me, and they don't let me go. And one of them was the Superstar Fire. So when there's multiple opponents that target you, one strategy would be to try to stay out of range as much as possible, but it's not always possible. I didn't notice if we have barrels over here. I guess not. Oh well, too bad, so sad. No barrels for you. Did you see that? He tried to attack me from behind. When I played a trick on him, I just left. So your second hill general was able to heal himself back. Oh well. So you can see Scrafty 200,000, Superman 165, 166 fanverse. And despite that, we got the big W. So you can see Superstar Fire 119, 118 Kendrol. So Scrafty, Superman, fanverse, they really made the difference. Let's try one more. So let's try Arkham Asylum 5v5. We'll try Australia afterwards. Hopefully there'll be enough people by then. We'll see. And stuff. Does anyone still make quality PvP content? Scroll says only Multiverse makes PvP content. Yeah, there's pretty much no one else right now doing making PvP content. If someone else is doing PvP content, I don't know about it. Sally Scrolls also says PvP is broken, sadly, and you may run into hackers. I did a few weeks ago. Yeah, sometimes you'll get into a match and you'll have someone who does a truckload of damage or who seems to be uh, strangely very fast. But it's always a bit iffy to try to know is he speed hacking? Is he really that good? Uh, it's hard to know for sure. One time people thought we had the speed hackers because we were hearing Shazam, Shazam, Shazam. Usually when characters repeat the same thing over and over very quickly, it's kind of a sign of speed hackers. But in that case, it's because we had two Captain Marvel, one Black Adam. So each of them would do Shazam, 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 and it sounded as if there was a speed hacker in the place, but we just had three Shazams saying Shazam. Wally West, what is your favorite raid? I always have a hard time answering that. I'll say the Earth 3 raids. Superman, I've been thinking about switching to ice, but I don't know. I did it once and I didn't really like it. Nah, fire is the best option, I think, because suddenly with ice you have to cycle through your shields, and sometimes there's damage that goes right through your shield. There are mechanics that ignores your shield and goes right through your shield. So I would remain fire or earth. Scroll says ice is OP. Yeah, I suppose, but I don't know. There's too many mechanics that ignore the shields. That kind of annoys me. Scroll says fought ice tank, and we had evil chat, and we had both call it quits. Well, yeah, if you cannot do enough damage, yeah. DC Vanverse, I will start doing it soon. Superman, I usually just post me and Stilly versus scrimmages, or I'll post some matches from real life from our perspective for PvP content. Wally West is cosplaying a character in DCUO bad, or it's fine because I cosplay future Batman. Cosplaying is fine, but there are people who don't like it. So yeah, there are people who will comment on it, especially if you cosplay as a Marvel character. Way back when I was playing my Magneto First Class, once in a while I would get comments because I was playing an evil Marvel character. Some people didn't like that very much. But also, even if you cosplay as Batman, Superman, there are some people who don't like that. There's some, I guess, OG players that still don't like cosplays. Like way back when this Universe Online was trying to encourage people to create their own characters, and they were working very hard to discourage people from creating Batman, Superman. It took a few years before we got the Batman call, and for Superman even worse. So so for a long time we had people who were really believing into the next Legend is You, and really wanted people to create their own characters, and they were not too happy when people were cosplaying. But right now, there's a lot of people who cosplay. If you go to Little Bohemia in front of the police station, you will see a lot of people that cosplay there. So I would say, Wally, take a few minutes when you get the chance. Go to Little Bohemia, go in front of the police station, go to Phase 1, and you will see plenty of cosplay there. DC Fanverse, fire better. Yeah, I have to agree on that front. Superman or rarely Little Bohemia Open World Wars. The only thing that annoys me is with ice is the little spike animation. Yeah, when you get the ice armor, yeah, it kind of ruins the look of your character. Bishop, what are you guys good for? Arkham Asylum 5v5, if I recall. Arkham Asylum 5v5. Could have sworn I saw the Cure Pop, but maybe someone declined. Dante says, "Hey, bro, Wally West. There are some players that are with lightning on their back. I want to get it. I don't know how. It depends which lightning. I assume you mean the Speed Force lightning. You're gonna have to look on the broker. Check on the broker for Speed Force back style, but it might be expensive at this point. If you wait for the anniversary event, if you wait for January, you might be able to buy it from the vendor. It's a Ray of Lightning, a big one. Yeah, so I assume it is the Speed Force back style. Either you're talking about the Speed Force back style, or you're talking about the one of the Kryptonian slimline we just got, the electric Kryptonian slimlines. There's the blue one, and there's the red one. Let's try that again. There's the blue one, and there's the red one. Oh, it could be the Zeus's lightning bolt. That is true. So I guess you mean this one. Yeah, it would come from Gods and Monsters. You could take a look at the broker. I forget. You might be able to get it from the broker. Let's do. Let's see if we can take a quick look. Quick look. Let's see. That didn't help at all. Power of Zeus. That is the. Oh, there it is. Zeus's lightning bolt. You can get it for about 10 million. So either you play the broker until you can buy it here for about 10 million, or you run the Gods and Monster mission and hope to get lucky. It's hard to get the money. It's hard to get it as a random drop. So you're gonna have to try to get it. Even if you try to get it as a random drop, I assume the odds of getting it are probably 5%. So you're gonna have to play the broker. There's no miracle to that. Try to find valuable items in the game and try to sell them on a broker, or sell a lot of not so valuable items. Way back when we got the Mr. Miracle cape, I would farm and farm and farm to try to get a rare collection. And yeah, once in a while I would get a rare collection, so I would sell that for I don't know 5 million at the time. But while I was farming to try to get the rare collection, I would get a whole bunch of the other collections that I would sell at 100,000, 200,000. So in the end, I was making more money from those items at 100,000 because I was selling 10, 20, 50, 100 of them. And that is how you get your cash. You don't just sell one item for 1 billion and you're set. You have to sell a whole bunch of items. You have to sell hundreds of items. And for time capsules, there's a lot of items in the time capsule that are not worth a lot. So you could open 100 time capsule and barely make enough cash to make 100, 100 million if you're lucky. And that is if you're lucky. You could end up just making 50 million or less. There's a lot of items in time capsule, sadly, that are not very valuable. So unless you get really, really lucky and get the one item that's worth 400 million, opening time capsule not really a good way to make money. Wally West, how I get source marks fast. Uh, Look, if you look in the looking for group, well, let's see if we can. If you're looking for groups, sometimes you'll see groups who will do farming runs. Like sometimes some people will do some bounty runs, so they'll play the bounties over and over and over. That would be one way. Or sometimes people will play a raid. They'll say, okay, today we're playing raid so and so, and then they'll play that raid over and over and over in order to make some cash. Usually they'll pick a raid that can be done really really quickly, so that you'll play the raid in 5 minutes, and then you'll play the raid and you'll make basically 10 source marks every 5 minutes. So that would be the way to make source marks quote unquote fast. So we're still waiting for Arkham Asylum 5v5. Wally West, I tried to do death metal raids. I don't know why. Almost no one does them. Is it that hard? Nah, people at this point, people don't really go back to play the older content unless they have a good reason to. As I mentioned, sometimes they'll select one older raid that can be done very quickly. That will give you 10 source marks, and they run that raid over and over and over again. So that's why usually people are running the same raid over and over, as opposed to running the death metal raid. I don't think a lot of people are running it. There's a few mechanics that are annoying. So right there's people who don't really want to run it. For raids like the death metal, raids where there's certain mechanics, yeah, pretty much have to make a group specifically for that raid. Or if there's a bonus week where you have to play that raid, then that is when you can play that raid. Although now I should say if there's an event that requires you to play that raid, because bonus weeks seems to be pretty much a thing of the past. Oh, Ryushu is doing the sexy dance for Dark Supergirl. I hope his wife doesn't watch the stream. Unless Dark Supergirl is his wife, then I didn't say anything. Oh, we have Glued Up from the Gods of Honor. So, as I mentioned earlier, when you play PvP, the Gods of Honors will answer the call. They'll attack you from behind, of course, but they'll be there. Evil Gods of Honors. So as you can see, we only got the Ryushu, so I assume there'll be a few Gods of Honors in the other team. Oh well, it happens. Too bad, so sad.
Lobotomy lab control node enabled. Central guard post node enabled.
Sorry about that. Too much iced tea.
Boiler room control node enabled.
Oh, went too far. Dang, lots of red here. Full disclosure, I don't know where the barrels are over here.
Mr. Freeze release enabled.
So you saw a great example of divide and conquer. So we're able to get them separated, and alone they're less of a danger than together. Although, as you can see with Betty Boop, still dangerous. That's how our friend can. Come on, timer. Let's hope our friends can give her the coup de grace. She was almost down, but almost sometimes is not enough. This is already captured. Oh, the console. Oh, he's already there.
Chill. Oh.
Too much healing. We cannot take a Kendall down. So let's try another target. Ah, sorry, because Kendall Jenner was on point with healing. Superman, we need a Kingdom Come emblem. Absolutely. But if they were to give us a Superman, a Kingdom Come Superman emblem, they would have done it for the film. Seeing how they didn't do it, I wouldn't expect it. Booyah Shaka says, no, Dark Supergirl is me. Oh, so you're not his wife. Oh, I'm so sad now. And Wally West, by any chance, you live doing raids or just PvP? We do play raids on live at 5 every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the last Friday of the month, it is Evil Friday. DC Fanverse, still cooking. And I think we're pretty much done for today. So if some of you guys have any last minute questions, the time is now. So for Friday, it is going to be we are going to get some sort of theme. I'm just not sure yet. Is it going to be a Riddler team or one of the Lantern teams or maybe something else I didn't think of just yet? So I'll post some sort of announcement a little bit later tonight. Wally West, can you do a video explaining how to get stronger? It's simple enough. You have to improve the quality of your gear. Let me switch to like you have to improve your gear as much as possible. Like right now, my gear is I have some gear that's combat training 422. I have some gear that's combat training 412. I have some gear that's 417. So ideally, I want to replace my gear 412 for some 422. I want to replace my 417 for some 422. And basically, I want to replace all of my gear so that I have a full set of 422 sets of gear. And I have to do that before the next DLC because once we get the next DLC, we will get a new set of gear. So ideally, you want to be able to improve your gear as much as possible. If you are leveling up and you're not sure which gear to purchase next, very simple. Go see your friend Tempest Huguenot all the way over here. Normally, Tempest Huguenot will suggest to you the best gear you can purchase.
Where you want to go. I can outfit you for when you reach your destination.
But at some point, like right now, he's suggesting that I purchase some 385 set of gear. Sadly, the gear I have is better than that. And here there's our friend Catwoman.
Well, hello there.
Who has, like again, 385, 420, 422, 410, 412, 400, 402. So she has some of the latest gear here. So take a look at Tempest Huguenot, take a look at Catwoman, and that is how you will be able to get the best gear you can get. At least at that time. And of course, you will want to get the artifacts, and then you will want to rank up your artifacts as much as possible. You will get allies. You will try to rank up your allies as much as possible. What else do you need? And, of course, skill points. So you will try to get skill points and get as many skill points as possible. Of course, you will need the skill points for your weapon. So you put the skill points for your weapon. You put your skill points for flight, or super speed, or acrobat. There's some iconic powers you can purchase. And of course, then afterwards you put your skill points into stats. So all of that, there's not just one way to make your character more powerful. There's a whole bunch of different ways. I hope this made some sense. So let's give a little bow to everyone. So guys, thanks to everyone who came to play with us. Thanks to everyone who came to chat with us. And of course, Thanks to all of you guys who are watching. You guys are awesome. Our next meeting will be Friday for Evil Friday, the last Friday of the month. See you there.